Okay, so let's talk about something you've probably never thought twice about, a local plumber's website. But stick with me, because hidden inside this one is a really fascinating and surprisingly clever strategy. And we're going to break it all down.
I want you to just think for a second. Picture this. It's 2 in the morning, a pipe just burst, and you're frantically Googling for help. What are you looking for on that website? What do you need to see? You're probably thinking, well, you need this stuff, right? A clear list of what they do, a phone number you can't miss, the areas they serve, and of course, some good reviews so you know you can trust them. It's a totally standard, really effective formula, and I want you to just keep that in mind. All right, so let's dive into our case study here. It's a company called Emergency Plumbing, and when you first land on their site, well, it looks like they followed that formula to a T. I mean, right away, it checks all the boxes. It looks super professional, trustworthy. They've got their licenses and certifications front and center. They're available 24/7, and they tell you exactly where they work: Bannockburn, Illinois, and the Chicago North Shore. So far, everything seems completely normal. Okay, let's keep going. How do they talk about the services they offer? This is, where a business really makes its pitch. Check out the language they're using here. They're not just selling, we fix pipes. They're selling a feeling. They're selling peace of mind, that sense that your problem is solved and you don't have to worry. That's a really smart emotional hook. And then you get to this table, which is just brilliant. It's so clean, so organized. It shows you they handle pretty much everything. We're talking a simple leaky faucet, sure, but also smart thermostats and, get this, even super specialized stuff like medical and lab plumbing. They are absolutely positioning themselves as the only call you need to make. Oh, but they don't stop there. Not at all. The site goes into this incredible level of detail, listing out all these super specific jobs. It's not just, drain cleaning. No, it's video camera sewer and drain inspections and hydrojetting. That kind of detail just screams expertise, right? It's basically telling the customer, look, whatever weird problem you have, trust us. We've seen it before and we know exactly how to fix it. And ultimately, it all funnels you right here to the call to action, a big, clear phone number, and that reminder they're available 24/7. Seriously, everything we've seen up to this point is just a masterclass in how to build a perfect, standard, local business website. But this is where things get weird. This is where the story takes a very, very sharp turn. Because as you're scrolling down this plumber's site, you go past the sump pumps, past the faucets, and all of a sudden you find yourself, well, it feels like you're in a history class. I mean, just look at this. It's a detailed timeline of the history of Bannockburn, Illinois. It's talking about the Scottish guy who founded it, when the village was incorporated, when the tollway came through. I mean, why? Why would a plumbing company put this on their website? What in the world does the village hall being built back in 1992 have to do with me needing to fix a burst pipe right now? And it just keeps going. Now we're getting census data, details about the local geography. They even mention a famous Frank Lloyd Wright house that's in the village. This is the kind of stuff you'd look for on, Wikipedia or maybe the official town's website. You definitely don't expect to find it sandwiched between articles on water heaters and garbage disposals. Okay, so what is going on here? Is the owner just a huge local history buff? Well, no. This is not random at all. This is a very deliberate, very meticulously crafted digital strategy. The whole answer to this puzzle comes down to 3 little letters: SEO, search engine optimization. And really all that means is it's the practice of making sure that when someone searches for something on, say, Google, your website shows up at the very top. It's about convincing the search engine that you are the best and most relevant answer to their question. All right, this slide right here, this is the key to the whole thing. See, while you and I, the human visitors, are sitting here scratching our heads about this random history lesson, a search engine algorithm is seeing something totally different. It's crawling the page and seeing the keywords Bannockburn, Bannockburn IL, North Shore, just repeated over and over again in really natural, helpful content. The search engine sees all this amazing local info and decides, wow, this website is a real authority on the topic of Bannockburn. So now when someone in Bannockburn searches for, say, emergency plumber, Google's brain goes, aha, this site is an expert on Bannockburn and it's an expert on plumbing. This has got to be the perfect result. So, okay, let's just zoom out for a second and think about what this incredibly clever strategy really reveals. What this plumber has done is basically lay out a simple but super powerful formula for local SEO. See, it's not enough anymore to just say on your website, I'm a plumber in Bannockburn. You have to actually prove it to the algorithms. And you do that by becoming an authoritative source of information about Bannockburn. You're basically fusing your business identity with the town's identity right there online. And that brings us to a much bigger, more interesting question. I mean, this website is brilliant marketing. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But what it also shows us is that in our digital world, the actual identity of a place, its history, its stories, its data, all of that can just become another tool to help you rank higher on Google. And it kind of makes you wonder, right? What does it even mean to be local anymore when the community itself is just content?